KK Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you some chocolate nut brownies. Now brownies are actually a really good dessert to make healthy easily because you don't actually have to put any flour or sugar in them, and they work well with a variety of fruit and even vegetables and of course nuts. So the recipe I'm showing you today contains nuts. This one is a little more decadent because I'm using a block of Lindt dessert cocoa, dark chocolate. Now the good news is, if you're diabetic like me, you can actually still enjoy chocolate as long as you look for 70% cocoa or above and make sure there's no milk products added. This is actually quite a healthy treat. It's low GI and it's full of antioxidants, and of course it makes you feel good. First thing is to get your flax, and in this bowl I have 3 tablespoons of water. I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of flax powder to that, and that of course is a good substitute for egg. So I'm just setting that aside for now. Now I'm going to take the chocolate, I'm going to break it up and melt it. This is 180 grams. You really only need about 150 grams, but I always melt a bit extra so I can just swirl it over the top at the end. And who doesn't like extra chocolate? So the easiest way to melt the chocolate is to get a small saucepan of boiling water, then put a slightly larger one on top, and then just put the chocolate into the saucepan and just leave it there to melt and just stir it now and then. As you see, it's melted now, it's nice and smooth. So just turn off the stove and just leave it there until we're ready to add it to a mixture. So I'm using 1.5 cups of almonds into the blender, and a cup of macadamias, or you can use Brazil nuts or even cashews would be fine. Now nuts of course contain lots of healthy fats. They're great to help lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure and balance blood sugar. So they're a great healthy addition. So I'm just going to blend the nuts till they're fine. After a few minutes you should end up with a coarse looking paste like this. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of cacao powder. You could use cocoa, but cacao is less refined than cocoa and contains a lot more nutrients. So we just put that in. Okay, so I've got some spices. I'm just putting in about 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and also about the same amount of cinnamon and just a little pinch of Himalayan salt, and then we want 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda. Alright, so we'll just blend that in a little bit. So that's the dry ingredients. Now we're going to put in, I've got 1 cup of light coconut cream. So I'll just put that in there. There we go. Then we've got the flax egg substitute we made earlier. So we'll put that in as well. Okay, about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then we have our sweetening ingredients, blackstrap molasses, This is a very good substitute for sugar because it's a byproduct of sugar. It's very high in nutrients like iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium. So it's a very healthy, low GI ingredient. It's not going to cause any blood sugar spikes. And also it has a very rich flavour, so you don't need to add a lot of it either. So I'm just going to put in a couple of tablespoons. I just grabbed the chocolate we melted earlier. I'm going to put most of that in, but I'll just leave a little bit to put on the top later. So now all we have to do is blend it all together. Okay, so that's blended nicely now. So I'm just using a lined tin and I'm pouring the mixture in. The mixture's in the tin, I've just flattened out the top. Now you bake this at 180 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, so the brownie's cooked now. As you can see, it's firm on the outside, it's still just a little bit gooey in the middle, which is fine. So once the brownie's cooled for about 10 minutes, you can just cut it up and serve it and eat it straight from the oven if you like, or you can store it in the fridge and just have it cold. And we can get that melted chocolate that we had earlier and just drizzle it over the top, however you like. So there it is, luscious chocolate brownies, which you can serve with a side of whipped coconut cream. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.